All right, guys. So we're going to get into your TRX version of your chest press. I'm going to start with this one because I just have it handy right now. So you can do this with bands, you can do it with the TRX, and in a perfect world, I would have 2 anchors here and 2 bands of the same resistance level. You're probably going to find that you're probably going to need multiple bands. That's perfectly fine. You just hook them into the same place, hook them into the carabiners here, so you only have one handle to worry about, and then you get in position. So I get here. Okay. Notice that I'm in this kind of lunge position. This is going to help me be stabilized. My feet are stay shoulder width apart, right? So my knee and my foot are shoulder width apart. I come here, pump, and back down. Notice I'm not going into this position. Now with this one, it's not as critical because you know, there's less resistance back here, so I'm not really going to be straining my glenohumeral joint here. But with the suspension version, you're going to find that to be the case. So keep this nice and tight the whole time. All right, now for the suspension TRX version, I don't like it as much with just a regular TRX. And here's why, is that just like with that, I'm pulling back to a single anchor point. So there's no, at this point guys, I've got absolutely no tension on my pectorals, right? There's nothing pulling my pecs apart. So I have tension here, that's relatively difficult there, right? But once I get, halfway through, I lose that tension. So if this is what you have, that's fine, but just know that you are going to not be getting as much out of it as if you had your points separated. So an example of that, clip this guy down, and I use my Lowe's version of this, or McClendon's, or whatever you have that's not a bigoted asshat company. I find my center because I have 2 separate points. If I move too far to one side, you see that my arms are no longer balanced. So I need to come to a point where I am balanced here. I've got my tail tucked like a scared dog. I've got my nice plank. I come back till my elbows are at my rib cage, not behind, and then I squeeze and adduct my arms together. My forearms are a post here. Right? So what I mean by that is they're not caving in here. I see this a lot, especially with newer people, where they come down and they're like this. See how I squeeze my hands together? That's not the movement, right? So really, really make sure that you're keeping those posts out close to your elbows the whole time. The line should generally be above your shoulders. There is a version that TRX does where we go into this decline press, right? So here, right? And so that's just going to be different form of the same thing. To make these harder, we go more parallel to the ground, right? So this would be impossible because of the bookcase, but if I get here, right, that's going to be your hardest version of that. So the more parallel to the ground you get, the more resistance that you have. And that is your TRX version of a chest press.